A 9-year-old boy drew a picture of heaven in Sunday school. His teacher laughed. But when a retired military chaplain saw the drawing, he fainted, because the boy drew something he couldn't possibly have known. Caleb Mitchell was 9. Quiet kid. Loved drawing. One Sunday, his teacher gave the class an assignment: draw what you think heaven looks like. Most kids drew clouds and gates. Caleb didn't. He drew something incredibly specific. A massive white room with no walls. A river of light running through the center. 12 trees with different colored fruit. And standing by the river, a man in a white robe with golden scars on his hands. But here's what stopped everyone. In the corner of the drawing, Caleb drew a small dog, a brown and white beagle with one ear folded. When his teacher asked about it, Caleb said the man by the river said that dog is waiting for someone named Colonel Frank. He said Frank needs to know Biscuit made it home. His teacher smiled politely and pinned the drawing on the wall. She thought it was imagination. 2 weeks later, the church hosted a Veterans Appreciation Lunch. A 78-year-old retired Army chaplain named Colonel Frank DeLuca attended for the first time. He'd never been to that church. He walked through the hallway, glanced at the Sunday school wall and collapsed, because on that wall was a drawing of his dog, Biscuit, a brown and white beagle with one folded ear, a birth defect that made Biscuit unique. Biscuit had died in 1987. Colonel Frank had held that dog as he passed and never got another one because no dog could replace him. For 37 years, Frank had carried one quiet grief: that animals don't go to heaven. That Biscuit was just gone. He'd never told anyone that pain. Not his wife, not his children, no one. And a 9-year-old boy he'd never met drew his dog by name in a picture of heaven. Colonel Frank sat in that Sunday school hallway and sobbed like a child. He later told the pastor, "I've counseled thousands of soldiers about God, but today a kid on a crayon proved it to me. God doesn't miss the small griefs, the ones you carry quietly, the ones you think are too silly to pray about. He sees every single one." Type "Nothing is too small for God" if you believe that. The full story, including what happened when Caleb met Colonel Frank, is on my channel now.